Hey, what's up, guys? So we're going to talk about like just the toxic world that we live in. And I don't know, but if you kind of break down like sickness or disease, there's really only two causes. You have deficiency and toxicity. Now, there's lots of subcategories under those, but toxicity is one of the two. And so if we're not really paying attention to this, then it can really create some serious issues, cancers, heart disease. I mean, we're going to go into some of the different stuff here, but just read some of this. 4 billion prescription drugs are ingested every single year in the United States, and that is the number one source of toxicity. Number two is actually household cleaning products. So if you're not using very specific organic, non-toxic household cleaning products, you're exposing yourself and your family to some pretty serious toxins. Mm-hmm. Number three is actually Teflon. If you're still using Teflon, like non-stick Teflon, that's some really, really dangerous stuff. In fact, we started talking about this literally, so we've almost been open 12 years tomorrow.
I know.
And we've been talking about this for the last 12 years. In fact, I remember very specifically in 2014, they said that they were going to outlaw all Teflon in 2015. And they never did. But that's how big of a deal it was.
So bad.
Number four is tap water.
I am bougie, so I drink clear filtered water.
But again, with the chlorine and the fluoride, all the stuff that's in there, it's just really not good for us. But that's number four. And number five is actually mold.
Ooh.
So you just, again, these are things that we always need to be conscious of. So, but 4 billion prescriptions are taken in the U.S. 70,000 chemicals are used commercially. That's in agricultural, building materials, consumer goods. And then 3,000 chemicals are approved in the U.S. just in like food directly. And so we're talking about like food additives, processing, preservatives, and storage. 95. So check this out. So 95% of all cancers are caused by toxicity and lifestyle. So if we can just identify some of these major toxins and try to remove them, we're really setting ourselves apart. And that's really important. Identify and remove the ones that you have control over. But some of them we can't.
Exactly.
Like some of the chemicals that we're exposed to, we have zero control over. In fact, they did this study where they took a newborn baby and they looked at the cord blood, so brand new baby blood, and they found 287 different chemicals in brand new baby cord blood. And so that's exposure from mom or even potential grandma. So that's how that works. And so we have a questionnaire that we want every single person to fill out. So go through that.
So this is actually our toxicity test. So these will all be laid out on the wobble. This is what you're going to do. So you're going to go through all the questions, and any ones that you answer yes to, you are going to go on the back. And it's actually going to tell you, oh, I have 6. Well, it says 6 to 10, low to moderate exposure. If you have anything from 6 and above, you're pretty toxic. And guess what? Dr. Brandt actually has some of the symptoms of what you should be looking for anyway.
So, okay, identify your toxic exposure, add your numbers up, see what level you're at, and anything, again, above a 6, then you're potentially in a risk. So here's just some of the different symptoms that you can have if you have toxicity. Muscle ache, joint pain, sinus issues, headaches, bloating, gas, constipation, diarrhea, heartburn, sleep issues, difficulty concentrating, different food cravings because of the toxicity that messes up your microbiome in your gut, constant colds or infections, so a weak immune system, dark circles under the eyes. If you have a white tongue, that can be toxicity exposures, water retention, trouble losing weight. If you have weight loss resistance issues, or if you work out or you start to nutrition and you plateau, that's a really good sign that you have toxicity issues. Any sort of skin issues, rashes, eczema, psoriasis, those are reflections of an internal environment, and it could be things like toxic exposures or toxic accumulation. Canker sores, acne, PMS issues or early PMS issues in really young girls, bad breath, heart palpitations, anxiety, or depression. Those are some major symptoms of toxicity.
So what can they do if they have any of those?
Number one is you have to identify and remove the toxins in your environment that you have control over. But like we said, you don't have control over everything. So you have to make sure that you're consistently detoxing your body. And Max Living has one of the best detox systems that I've ever seen. In fact, it works as like a 2-in-1 supplement, and it's the supplement that we're actually focusing all week.
Yes, we
so
are.
There's a 10% discount on this. But let me kind of walk you through the benefits of this right here. It's a 2-for-1, and it's actually a true cellular detox. So it's gonna get the toxins out of the cell, and if you're not focusing on a true cellular detox, you're really not detoxing at a good enough level. So the first supplement in this is called the Cell Detox. And in that, it has your glutathione precursors, which is your body's master antioxidant. It is going to help to neutralize all the free radicals caused by the damage of the toxins. But it also has all your traditional organ detoxifiers like chlorella, milk thistle, dandelion root extract. These are things that we've been using for years and years and years and years to try to help detox the body. They've been proven over the last decade, 100 years. Okay.
Forever.
Number 2 is the body detox. And this is really important because this is the binder. Once you pull the toxins out of the cells, if you don't have a really good binder, the toxins will just kind of float around and they'll kind of go somewhere else. It's called auto reintoxication, and you can get all sorts of crazy symptoms. So if you've ever done like an actual detox or a cleanse, if it doesn't have a really good binder, you're not actually getting the toxins out of the system, and you can actually be causing more damage because the toxins are going somewhere else and depositing themselves in different kinds of tissue.
Sounds like something I don't want.
No, we don't. So it has the body detox is the activated charcoal and chromium, and that's what helps to bind to these toxins to help safely remove them out of your system.
Just gotta stay hydrated, right?
Yeah, hydration is an important part of the detox process. Now, here's the things. Anytime we start to talk about detoxing with a patient, you see them get this like, fake, because they're worried about what?
Like
Running to the bathroom nonstop.
It's not that, I promise.
No. So this is a very gentle detox. It is not a cleanse. It is not something that you're going to start to take and like end up in the bathroom all weekend. So don't necessarily worry about that. It's a smooth, gentle detox, but it's very, very effective. In fact, we typically recommend that you try to do it maybe a couple times a year, just based off the toxic exposure. Now, if you have a really high score, you might need to do like maybe 2 back-to-back, like 2 months in a row. And so this is a 1-month supply, and it's on 10% off. So if you have any toxic exposure or any of those symptoms, make sure you're taking advantage of this discount and detox the body so we're not building disease. Got it?